All right, so if you're a fresher, let's be real. The thought of your first corporate interview can be absolutely terrifying. But what if I told you that the biggest mistakes, the ones that really matter, have almost nothing to do with your grades or your technical skills? Today, we're going to build a simple, powerful blueprint to help you answer any question with real confidence. This isn't about memorizing scripts. It's about mastering the way you communicate.
So this is the big one, isn't it? The question that probably keeps a lot of you up at night. Why do so many smart, talented people seem to stumble right at this final hurdle? You might think it's all about what you know, but the real reason is often something totally different.
Look, most of us automatically assume it's got to be a lack of technical knowledge, or maybe our GPA wasn't perfect. We spend weeks, sometimes months, just cramming facts and figures. But here's the thing, that's rarely the main reason someone fails. The real issue, the real interview killer, it's poor communication.
And that's the crucial point right there. An interview is a test of your clarity, not your perfection. It really just comes down to how you say what you say. Your structure, your confidence, the way you present your ideas, that's what recruiters are actually looking for. And that is exactly what we are going to master today.
Okay, let's dive right into the first and honestly, the most common question you will ever get. This is the one that sets the tone for everything else. Your answer here is your first impression, and you better believe we're going to make it a powerful one.
Does this sound a little familiar? Yeah. This is the kind of answer that recruiters hear all day long. It's factual, sure, but it is completely forgettable. It has zero professional polish. To be honest, it sounds more like an introduction on the first day of school than a pitch for a serious career.
Now let's put on our recruiter hat for a second. When they hear that simple intro, what are they really hearing? Well, they're hearing, I have no skills to mention. They're hearing, I have no real achievements. And most of all, they're hearing a total lack of confidence. It's a huge red flag that just screams you're not ready for a professional environment.
Okay, now contrast that with an answer like this. See the difference? Wow, it's professional, it's direct, and it is just packed with value. This immediately grabs the interviewer's attention and tells them, hey, I'm a serious candidate who can deliver actual results.
The formula behind that killer answer is actually pretty simple. First, be structured. Don't just ramble. Second, focus on your skills, not just your hobbies. Third, be measurable. That 20% efficiency number, that's pure gold. And finally, be future-oriented. Show them where you're headed. That's it. That's your new template for an incredible first impression.
Okay, moving on to the big one. So, why should we hire you? For any fresher, this can feel like an impossible question. I mean, how are you supposed to compete when you don't have years of industry experience? Well, the key is to actually frame your inexperience as a major strength.
This is the default generic answer. And you know what the problem is? Every single candidate says this, even the ones who aren't. These are just empty words without any proof, and they do absolutely nothing to make you stand out from the crowd.
Now, here is the powerful alternative. You address the fact that you're a fresher head-on. You don't see it as a negative. You reframe it as bringing adaptability and a real hunger to learn. And, this is crucial, you back it up with a concrete example, like seeking feedback to improve.
The psychology behind this is what makes it so darn effective. Your honesty, that builds instant trust. Talking about your willingness to learn, that screams growth mindset, which is something every company is desperate for. And mentioning a specific action, well, that proves your point. You're not just saying it.
All right, let's tackle the question that everybody dreads. But listen, this question is not a trap designed to make you fail. It's actually a test of your self-awareness and your maturity. The real goal here is to tell a story of growth.
First off, let's talk about what you must never, ever, ever say. This response isn't confident. It's just unrealistic. It tells the interviewer one of two things. Either you have zero self-awareness or you're not being honest. And guess what? Both are major red flags.
Instead, try an answer like this one. It identifies a real, relatable weakness, but then it immediately pivots to the proactive steps you took to overcome it. This is what shows maturity, problem-solving skills, and a real commitment to your own personal development.
So the formula is super simple. First, state a genuine weakness you had in the past. Second, detail the specific actions you took to fix it. And third, show the improvement. It's a powerful little story in 3 parts: weakness, action, improvement. That's it.
Okay, let's shift gears and do a little rapid-fire section. These are some small psychological wins and power phrases that you can use to instantly elevate your presence and just sound so much more professional and put together during that interview.
Think of these phrases as your secret weapons. Using something like, "That's a great question," not only compliments the interviewer, but it also buys you a crucial second or two to think. When you use these naturally, they make you sound thoughtful and incredibly professional.
But if you only take away one single trick from this whole section, please make it this one. The simple act of pausing, just for 2 seconds before you answer a question, is an absolute game changer. It gets rid of those rushed, panicked answers and projects this aura of calm confidence.
And let's just round it out with these fundamentals. Maintain good, balanced eye contact. Don't get into a staring contest. A slight, genuine smile when you greet them sets a really positive tone. Work on cutting out those filler words like and actually. And always end your answers on an optimistic, forward-looking note.
So after breaking down all the questions, all the formulas, and the psychology, what is the single most important idea that you should carry with you into that interview room? Let's distill everything we've talked about down to one crucial takeaway.
This right here is the single most important mindset shift you can possibly make. Remember this, interviews test for clarity, not perfection. The goal isn't to be some flawless robot with memorized answers. It's to be a clear communicator who can show them your value and your potential. So we've laid it all out. The structure, the smart answers, the psychology. This blueprint gives you all the tools you need to build that confidence and present the absolute best version of yourself. So, really, the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?